But yeah, I don't know. I think it's interesting, but as far as American baseball goes, they're still trying to figure out a plan. One of the plans that was proposed had the World Series being played around or on Christmas.
Hmm.
Personally, I didn't think it would work. It seems too late, and yeah, they'd be like, well, we have neutral sites. We could do neutral site. We could play in Miami, in LA. And I heard actually today somebody was talking about how they wanted to just have it at Dodger Stadium. That's where they wanted to do it. And I was like, okay, yeah, that would work weather-wise. But at the same time, the very thought that I had as soon as I heard Christmas was, when do you start spring training for next year?
Right.
Right? And that is actually the same concern Anthony Rizzo said. He says that it could mess up 2 seasons by playing the postseason into December.
Yeah, exactly.
Quinn, do you? Yeah, right. What what kind of? I mean, do you have the same kind of like concerns as far as logistically with things like that, as far as spring training and then bumping next season back? Do you have the same concern with that, or is there something else that comes to mind for you?
So that's yeah. When I heard this initially, or when I was listening to other things about other ideas of what they're going to do, I feel like the more you mess with this season, the more it's going to mess with the next season. Like it's the same thing with like schools. Like
Mm-hmm.
my friend was like, "Oh, they should start school in June." I'm like, then the kids are in school from June to June. That doesn't make sense. Like anyway, so I feel like they should just do a shortened season like they did
Yeah.
when there was like a strike or whatever. Like who cares? Like I'd rather have
Mm-hmm. Yep.
just play from like June to October. Like I'm fine with that. I'd rather have a shortened season and
Mm-hmm.
then just have everything get back to normal and ready to go next season. That way, I can still see Showtime pitch and
Yeah.
hit and see Trout, and I'm happy. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's exactly how I feel about it. Just get what you can out of the season if you can get anything out of it, and then just start fresh next year. I mean,
Yeah.
if Brig and I have talked about how this year is going to have a big fat asterisk next to it. Whoever wins, they're going to be like, "Oh, well, it was the shortened season because of COVID-19."
Right.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. You're like, whatever. But then next year, if we can have as much of a regular season as possible, start spring training middle of February, start spring training games the end of February, and then start the regular season the end of March. You know, the closer we can get to normal without having to push everything back, I think the better for Major League Baseball, the better for society, better for everybody, better for the economy. That's just my personal thought. I'm not an economist by any stretch of the imagination, but that's how I feel that this whole thing could come together and work better. Is just, you know what? It's a scratch season. Get what we can, and we'll start fresh next year.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if there was a strike, this is what would happen. You know what I mean? They wouldn't change everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly right. That's exactly right. And that's kind of how I think they should treat it. Just treat it like a strike shortened season.
I just wanted to also see as many Astros hitters get hit as like quickly as possible. I don't know if I want to wait until next year, and I don't know. I feel like they should definitely get beamed as much as they can this year, and then the pitchers
I
can
would
get
like to
ready
see
during
that.
spring training, and then they can beam them some more next year rather than getting injured and not being able to hit them. I don't know. I feel like it needs to happen.
Yeah, I would like to see that too. I'd like to see as many Astro players get as hit as possible. But honestly, I think everybody's just going to be so happy to be playing that they're going to be like, nah. At this point, I don't really
Right.
care. Unfortunately, it'd ruin
The
all my
Astros are
fun.
so
I was going
happy
to have
right
that hit
now.
by pitch counter down at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah.
They have to be. Have to be.
Yeah.